Good evening, everyone, and welcome to an evening at XQ's. My name is Sarah, and I will be your hostess for this evening. So as you may or may not know, XQ's loves to put local artists in the spotlight, and today we are very fortunate to have an artist who has been for about 30 years in the music industry, has performed with other artists such as Kat Yonke, JB Ho, Doc Walker, and many more. His music is an intimate and compelling blend of roots, folk, pop, rock, and he has mastered a myriad of different instruments. So please welcome Joe Curtis.
If we're gonna tell the story, let's start at the beginning of us. Life's complications and time sees us through our changes. Truth is, falling's not hard. Grab a kite string and you hang on. If you let go, you lose it all. Truth is, you are my heart. If we're gonna be honest, you had me once, I felt this. With us, there's no complications, and time sees us through our changes. The truth is, falling's not hard. Grab a kite string and you hang on. If you let go, you lose it all. The truth is, you are my heart. Pull me out of bed and walk me through a Sunday morning. Oh, but we were meant to sleep in late, and that's okay. The truth is, falling's not hard. Grab a kite string and you hang on. If you let go, you lose it all. The truth is, you are mine. The truth is, falling's not hard. Grab a kite string and you hang on. If you let go, you lose it all. Truth is, you are my heart. You're my heart. Oh, you're my heart. You're my heart.
Thank you, Joe. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
So 30 years in the music industry, that takes a lot of time. It's a lot of dedication. So I want to know what made you first pick up an instrument? What made you decide that, wow, this is what I love and this is what I want to do? What was that moment for you?
I was fortunate. I mean, a lot of people, so a few people, when you find what it is that you want to do, that's an incredible moment. When I was around, I guess 5 or 6, I would play with drumsticks all the time and bang on everything with straws and drumstick, my cousin's drum kit and things like that, and was totally fascinated with music. and I was raised on a completely schizophrenic playlist of AM radio and psychedelic rock that my cousins listened to, and just took to it like a duck to water. And by the time I was around 11, I decided I was going to be a drummer. So I started playing drums and played for about 8 or 9 years. Just picked it up, taught myself, and just kind of took it as far as I could take it. And right around the time I was around 18 or so, or 19 or so, playing in bands, I realized that, you know, it was great. I love playing drums, and I still consider myself in a lot of ways a drummer that plays guitar. But you're at the back of the stage.
You're behind the
at the
lead.
front of the stage. It's like, well, how does this work? So I thought, well, you know what? I'm gonna get a guitar and I'm just gonna learn to play guitar because I want to be at the front of the stage. So I took to that, and about 2 years into playing guitar, and it was an intense 2 years where I was just obsessed with it. That's all that I did, and a lot of what I learned as a drummer informs what I do as a guitar player and as a singer. But about 2 years in, a good friend of mine was looking for a guitar player to go on the road and play in a band. And I had played drums in bands, but I'd never played guitar in a band.
New challenge.
Yeah, it was a challenge. And he said, you know, I'm looking for a guitar player. We're going on the road in like 3 weeks. Do you want to go? And I was like, yeah, I've done it. I'll do it. And so I did. And, you know, I was working with a really good friend of mine named Chuck Purvis. And this is something he doesn't know. Him and a friend of mine named Danny formed this band together. And when I took the gig, half the songs I really didn't know how to play. So he said, we're going up to my parents' cottage, and we're gonna rehearse out there. So just tell us what you want to do first, and we'll just go through stuff during the day, and then we'll kind of chill at night. So I put all the songs that I knew up front, and then we would play and rehearse all those tunes. And at night, I would sit in my room with a Walkman. That's how long ago. And learn Rush tunes and Deep Purple tunes and try to get it under my fingers so that in a couple of days we could run through it. But it all worked out.
Well, you made it, and look at you now. You're in front and center.
There
You have
you
your
go.
own show. So now you're going to perform an original song, and it's called Wonder, correct?
Yes.
Well, let's hear it.
All right.
Many times it seems a fight to push your life uphill. So much is uneasy. Sweep the clouds, clear the noise that echoes through your brain, just like a passing storm. A heart will break apart for a love that takes for granted. And tears will fall from eyes that cannot see. Gaze and wonder at all that you have. Wishes more than any man could hold. The question still remains, why you would trade all your diamonds for fool's gold. Oh, before the thread slips through your fence, nothing's left at all. Put your mind at ease. tears will fall from eyes that cannot see. Gaze and wonder at all that you have. Riches more than any man could hold. The question still remains, why you would trade all your diamonds, oh, for fool's gold. All your diamonds for fool's gold. Gaze and wonder at all that you have. Riches more than any man could hold. The question still remains, why you would trade all your diamonds for fool's gold. Gaze and wonder all that you have. Riches more than any man could hold. Question still remains, why you would trade all your diamonds for fool's gold. All your diamonds for fool's gold. Gaze and wonder. Gaze and wonder. Gaze and wonder. Gaze and wonder.
Thank you.
What a wonderful song. So I was wondering, what was the process that goes into your songwriting? Are most of your songs inspired by events in your life, or things you like, or things that you want to happen, or what? How does it work for you?
Yeah, it's the process is different, kind of from song to song. I've tried a bunch of different things, and any songwriter, I think, does. You try to figure out what's going to work for you. I'm inspired, as a lot of folks are, obviously, by other songwriters, and in being sort of a hired gun for a lot of really great local artists and playing that role, I've also one of the benefits is you get a peek into other people's processes, and that kind of informs your own process. And for me, it starts with a lot of things that are personal. I've tried a lot of other different things. Like, some people are really, really good literal storytellers, and they just, there's a beginning and a middle and an end, and it just goes from here to there to there, and they're wonderful at that. I'm less apt to do that. So I find the types of ideas that resonate with me and work for me are things that touch more on maybe on ideas that come from poetry and different things like that, or that kind of an approach, where maybe a little less literal and more metaphor and all things like that.
It's awesome. So it's like poems in a sense.
Kind of, yeah. And it's inspired by the melodies too. Like the melodies, the song kind of writes itself. I think that writers are, to a certain extent, just conduits. And I mean, that's kind of a cliche, but it's true. Mm-hmm. You're sort of conduits. You play a couple of chords and you're inspired by that, or you're thinking about this and it makes you play a couple chords, and then you sort of take it from there. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And the next song you're gonna sing, Duende. Now, I did my homework. I Googled the word, and there are multiple meanings that could it could mean.
Yes.
One of them meaning Santa's elf in Spanish. So I thought that I would let you tell me what it means in your song, and perhaps you could give us a bit of an introduction to the song.
I'm a huge Christmas fan, is what it's no.
'Tis the season.
Yeah. One of the, I don't speak Spanish, but I love that word, and one of the meanings of that word or implications of that word is magic, and the song is kind of about losing people in your life and having them sort of move on, literally like move on, and there's magic involved in that whole thing. I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think when you think talking about spirit and energy and those types of things, and the love that you share with people, and then when they're gone, and still feeling that love, and wanting to be there, and even having those feelings even before people are gone, just having that connection with people.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, let's hear it then. I'd love to hear it.
Worry in the water got a little too deep to cross. I'll wait on the banks, keep fire on shore. Fall, just set foot in the door. Summer comes, bittersweet, then it's gone. The days they got short, and the nights got cold. Courage breaks the dark, then it's gone. Cross the river, cross the river, across the river. Worry in the water got a little too deep to cross. I'll wait on the banks, keep a fire on shore. Fall, just set foot. Days get short, nights got cool. Across the river, across the river, across the river.
Thank you. Thanks very much. This next song is decidedly more upbeat. There's a song called Things Are Good. When people ask you, how are things? Things are good. Even when things are bad, things are good.
Hello, my dear. We find ourselves in once again. Yeah, I'm singing songs and you're pouring wine for us. There's no place that I would rather be. And so we find a little moment for ourselves. Yeah, and I don't know how anybody wouldn't be in love. Life is good, things are fine, even when there's a storm that's raging outside. Life is good, things are fine, things are good. Oh, well, life may try to break us. Oh, but our love's what we make. Oh, yes, our love's what we make. Love. Oh. Oh, well, life may try to break us. Oh, well, our love's what we make. Oh, yes, our love's what we make. Love. Hello, my dear. We find ourselves in once again. Yeah, still playing songs and you're pouring wine for us. There's no place that I would rather be. Yeah. Life is good, things are fine, even when there's a storm that's raging outside. Life is good, things are fine, things are good. Life is good, things are fine, even when there's a storm that's raging outside. Life is good, things are fine, things are hello, my dear. We find ourselves here once again. Yeah. Thank you.